So hi everyone, we're going to be focusing on our core and our arms today. We've done full body I think recently, and we've done lower body, so we're going to kind of move it up to our upper body now. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be on the floor today for our mindfulness exercise. So go ahead and come into Supta Baddha Konasana. We're going to bring the palms of our feet together and lie ourselves all the way flat down onto the floor, and your choice of where you want to keep your arms. If you want to feel a little bit more open, I recommend extending them out to the side. If you want to have a little bit more of a stretch in your shoulders, maybe up ahead by your head, or even by your side is also a choice. So go ahead and choose, and then start to bring yourself into your body like usual. We're just taking this time to start noticing. Remember, now is your chance to really focus in on your breath. So make sure you're taking in nice deep breaths. And remembering this pace of breath, because we're going to keep this pace as the practice goes on. One last breath here. And then go ahead and bring your feet, your knees back together. Let's go ahead and bring our knees into our chest. We're going to roll over to the right side and come all the way up. And okay, so let's go ahead and get started warming ourselves up. We're going to be on our knees for this. We're going to do a flow. So for this flow, we're going to be on our knees. And we're going to start off sitting down on our heels. So I'll quickly demonstrate. We're going to start off here, and then we're going to inhale and come all the way up. And then exhaling, we're going to twist towards our right side, extending our arms out and sitting back down onto our heels. And then inhaling, we'll come all the way back up. Exhaling, we'll go to our other side. So we're extending up, we're also extending towards the sides, and we're twisting. So there's a couple of things going on here. And this is all going to be with, we're moving with our breath. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll start off doing a couple cycles together, and then I'll let you guys go off on your own. So let's start off on our heels, and go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose, bringing your arms up. Summoning as much air as you can into your body, and then exhaling through your mouth. We're going to twist, sit back onto our heels, extend our arms as we're twisting towards the right side of the room. Inhaling, we're going to go ahead and come all the way up. Once again, like we had started. And exhaling all that breath out through your mouth. Sitting back down. So actively really trying to reach your opposite fingertips to the different sides of the rooms. And then we'll inhale, and I'm going to let you guys go on your own now, going at your own pace, moving with your breath. Go ahead and start to finish your last cycle. That brought some kind of heat, energy into your body. So we're just going to do one last asana, and that's going to be on our feet. So go ahead and stand up and grab your block. We are going to, we've done this before, but I'll quickly demonstrate. We're going to do a wide legged forward fold, and then we're going to twist. So our feet are going to be wider than hip width apart. We're going to start off with our hands on our hips. Block is going to be in front of us. We're going to fold from this hip crease here. We're going to find that block, and we're going to place one hand firmly on the block. And you're going to notice that I'm not, even though I can go a little bit lower, I'm going to keep myself up nice and tall, or quote unquote tall, just because I want to keep my upper body parallel to the floor here. So I'm going to stay at this position. I know a lot of us will be able to go down, but we're not going to do that for this particular asana, because right now we are going to press our hand into the block, and we're going to twist towards the right side first. We'll stay here, and then we'll of course do our other side the same. So go ahead and come up. We'll do it together now. Place that block where you need it. Let's make sure our feet are wide enough, and we're going to have our toes facing forward. So keep an eye on that. And then let's go ahead and fold from our hip crease now, nice and slow. Remember, we're going to keep ourselves parallel to the floor. And then find that block, and we're going to just start by placing the left hand on the block. And make sure to place the block right under your shoulder, just so your hand doesn't have to, just so your arm doesn't have to reach over too much. And then go ahead and start to inhale, and then exhaling. We're going to start that twist towards the right side. And then whenever you've twisted enough to extend that right arm into the air, you can go ahead and extend it up. If you're feeling any strain in your shoulders to get that arm up in the air, it's probably because you haven't twisted it just enough. So you may need to really move your chest to face towards the right side of the room. And then go ahead and shift your attention onto your core. Try not to allow it to be loose. We're using it because that's where all our energy is stemming from. And then let's go ahead and come back to neutral and replace. We'll move our block over to the right, so our right arm can be right over it. Right hand is pressing into the block. We'll inhale, exhaling, start that twist towards the left side of the room. Once you've twisted enough, you can go ahead and extend that left arm into the air. So once again, tightening that core, and we're pressing our right hand into the floor as we extend the left fingertips into the air. One last breath here. Feeling that energy that you're creating right now. And then coming all the way back down. And then we'll go ahead and bring our hands to our hips, and we're going to come all the way up nice and slow to avoid any head rushes. Take a deep breath here. And then we'll go ahead and move on. Okay, so we won't be needing the block anymore, so you can go ahead and move that out of the way. So let's go ahead and come onto our knees to come into gate pose. And if you have knee problems, you can put some padding on the floor, but otherwise we're going to go ahead and go right into gate pose. We'll press the right knee into the floor, and then we're going to take the left leg out to the side, and we'll inhale and take our arms up. Exhaling, we're going to go ahead and lean over to our left side, bringing our hands somewhere on the leg. The more lower you go, the more of a stretch you will get in your right side. But we want to be anywhere but that knee, just to avoid knee problems. You guys look great. I don't see any of this, which is great. Just one more breath here. Inhaling will come all the way back up. Let's go ahead and release our hands. We'll bring the leg back in, and we'll do our other side. So the left knee is pushing into the floor. Right leg is going to extend out. And then we're going to inhale, and our hands will come up. Exhaling, we'll start our tip. Find that leg. Remember, right side and left side might be different, so just noticing it and trying not to judge yourself. One more breath here. And then inhaling to come all the way back up. And we'll go ahead and release. All right. Go ahead and come onto your stomach to rest. You can flip your head to either side. And just give yourself a couple of moments to while we're here, really noticing what's different about your body from when we started. All right, one more breath here. And now we're gonna go into Cobra. So go ahead and bring your hands to your sides with your hands on the floor. And then we're going to start to push into the floor with our hands, slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling, really stretching our entire torso, especially that lower portion. As we open up our chest, go ahead and release those shoulders. If your shoulders are coming up, bring them back down. One more breath here. And then slowly, just as slow as you came up, we're going to come all the way back down. And go ahead and rest just for a breath or two here. And then go ahead and come all the way up and sit in a comfortable position. So we're going to be upright for this last pose. We're going to take our right leg, right foot, and bring it to our left, close to this left thigh crease here, as close as you can. Otherwise, if this is not possible or if it's uncomfortable, staying seated in Sukhasana. And then let's go ahead and inhale and bring our arms up. Exhaling, we're going to twist towards the right side, bringing the left hand to the right knee. Remember, the twist comes from the base of the spine, and the shoulders and the head come last. Looking great. And inhaling, we'll come back to neutral. We'll exhale and bring those arms down. We'll change our legs. If you were in Sukhasana, go ahead and also change the cross of your legs. But otherwise, bringing the left foot to the right hip crease. And then we'll inhale. And then exhaling, we're going to go ahead and twist to the left side. back to neutral. We'll inhale for the last time. We'll release, and then we'll give you guys your deserved rest. Go ahead and come into Shavasana, lying yourself down all the way flat on your back. Feet can flop out to the side, palms of the hands facing up. And while you're here, noticing, being aware of how you feel. No judgment, just awareness. Wrists and ankles. Gently shaking or nodding your head. Bending a knee at a time. Rolling over to your right side. And then we'll come all the way up. Alright, so we'll come to a seated position. We'll bring our hands together, bowing our head. Namaste.